Hi Cancers, how are you? Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get started. That's very common for energies to be flipped in general readings. And thank you so much for your likes and your shares and your subscribes as well. I really appreciate it. All right, Cancers, let's go ahead and get started. How are you doing? Spirit and universe, what are the messages, advice, and guidance in life and love? Life and love messages for Cancers. Okay. All right, we are doing the 9-card spread with significators. Bottom of the deck. Hold on, let me get rid of this crap. Okay. Okay. Can you see all these? Sorry, I had all this stuff open on my computer. Okay, Cancers, bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups reversed. I love this energy for you. Love, 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 because so no longer are you apathetic. No longer are you bored. You have all of this energy. So kind of this newfound energy. And then we immediately see, because of part of the reason you feel emotionally fulfilled now, I think you're more action-oriented, or at least excited about something. Even if you're not really taking action, you're getting excited about something. Maybe a lot of planning is taking place. New things beginning, yes, with the Ace of Wands. So really nice energy right out of the gate. Center of the reading, the Fool. So awesome, Cancers. I love this for you so much. You definitely deserve it. You've been working so hard at your at life, at your work, at your relationships, and now there's this new beginning. Okay, it didn't come without its trials, though, did it? Certainly not. We have, okay, you were very hold on, what is happening? You were very you were very frustrated. Okay, this is definitely you feeling angry, feeling frustrated, feeling upset, feeling hurt, all topsy-turvy, out of sorts. And even if you're out of the gate this month feeling like this, remember the underlying energy here, because this is so beautiful. It could be a pretty transformative month. I say that to you because we do have the Death card here. So you either have been going through something, but there's this analysis that's taking place here. I see kind of this separation here, even though the significator is the 8 of Cups reversed. So you're not walking away from something. I think what you're doing here is you're figuring out an alternative route to get to where you want to be. An alternative route to reapproach a communication, reapproach a conversation or a relationship. So you're understanding now, or thinking through the options, whereas I think here it felt as if there were no other options. Obviously, it feels like there's no options when you feel like this. And when you're not thinking clearly and thinking straight, it tends to feel stuck, and it tends to lends itself to taking things very personally. But then we see a decision to stay, understanding that there's more you can do, there's more actions you can do after a pretty thought-provoking moment. So underlying this month, there's this air of maybe there's a better way. Maybe there's a better approach. So we are going from a 2 to a 3 with the action being on your side. So we'll talk a little bit more about these in the extended. There's other things I want to focus on a little bit more in the extended, but this is a pretty transformative thought process you're going through here. And then it lends itself to a new beginning. Okay, I'm going to restart this. We're going to try this again. I'm not going anywhere. We have to figure this out. So now we have the victory. We have the understanding, we have the action, we definitely have the energy, we have more information, and maybe part of that is, hey, I'm going to see if I can get more information. There's more we can do. We're not done yet. Again, I'm not going anywhere. We're not done yet. Let's turn this into a victory, even though initially there's not anything that we can celebrate. Fine. Back to the discovery phase. Okay, and I know this is a pretty short reading, but it's a good reading because it's not taking things personally, but it is saying, hey, there's 2 people in this, or there's 3 or 4 people, or we're a team at work. And it's not all saying no to me or yes to me. It's not that I'm not getting what I want, even though it feels like that. Maybe there's more I can do. So I like this because we have new energy put into something new that you're going to be doing, but it's not kicking off a whole new endeavor. And again, we know this because it's something that you're sticking with. There's a stick-to-itiveness here. There's a lightheartedness to it. And that in and of itself, all that you've gone through, all that you've done, all that you've thought about is offering a major transformation in the situation, in the relationship, in the feelings about the workplace or the actions being done at the workplace. And again, lightheartedness with the Page of Cups, a very assistance-oriented energy, friendly energy. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So the significator of this row, even though it's a major transformation, it's still a major transformation even though you're staying and you're not starting something new. The air of it, the sense of it, the ambiance around the situation is massively changing. And you know what, Cancers? It's because of your perspective, and it's going to be because of your willingness. Not your willingness to change yourself, not your willingness to say, I'm the only one that has to bend here and I'm going to mold myself around something to make it work. No, there's a reapproach and it kind of fixes whatever was broken. Not a reapproach, there's a new approach and it fixes what was broken. Now, it can cause temporary victories, temporary excitement, but remember, if this is something at work or in a relationship or in a family unit where there's changes taking place and you're shifting, other people are going to be shifting too. They might not shift as well as you in this. That's why this is temporary. Okay, there's an immature quality to this. Very temporary, flying in, flying out. I'm here to fix this. Okay, I'm on board with your ideas. Let's do this. Major transformation, but is it here to stay? That is something we'll talk about in the extended. For now, I want to pull some outcome cards, and I know this was a pretty short reading. I wasn't planning for it to be so short, but it's a good thing because I don't think this is a very complicated month for you. You've kind of already, you're going to either start the month off going through this, and then you're going to become very solutions oriented. Not going to be taking things personally. New beginnings in something that's a current place or thing. And it brings a lot of emotional fulfillment. I want to pull an outcome card for those of you that are here if you don't want to do the extended. Let's pull an outcome card on the death card because that's a pretty big transformation. We know there's a new start here. Spirit and universe, let's please clarify the death card with 2 cards for Cancers. Please clarify the death card. Remember, in the death card, it's leading to something very good because we have the gates that we see in the moon card here. We have the sun. The universe is pushing us in that direction, so it's something we can't control. And when you untether yourself from things, thoughts of the past, people, cutting that cord, you know, sometimes we tend to dig our heels in. When you kind of let that go, it just tends to, you know, kind of works out. Doesn't mean you don't have to put in any work. Okay, you are going to, but you're opening yourself up to it. What is that book? The Untethered Soul. Jane International did a podcast on it, and I would highly recommend that. I feel like there's this letting go that's causing this shift, this acceptance. Please clarify the death card with 2 major or 2 cards. Please clarify the death card for Cancers. One more shuffle. Okay. Page of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups reversed. Okay. You're on board with the change, but it's definitely new territory and you're not 100% sure how it's going to go, which could lend or explain why we have this flightiness, this flightiness here. It's kind of, I'm getting the sense of you're okay with it, but then you're not. Kind of second guessing yourself. Very uneasy moments. There's a lot of, there's not a lot of stable communication about it. There's warm, friendly communication, certainly. Okay. There's assistance-oriented communication, certainly. But you're not quite sure if it's here to stay or if you or they actually are meaning what they say. So there's a lot of doubt caused here. It's not going to pull you back into the throes of anxiety and stress. Definitely not. But it is uneasy. And you're not fully trusting the situation. So again, in the extended, we're going to talk about these cards even in more depth because whatever this is causing this transformation. And even if you let go and accept, you're not 100% on board with it. Willing, but not sold. Okay. Let's pull some outcome cards real quick for those of you that don't want to watch the extended. Tower reversed, the World, one more card. One more shuffle. The Star. All major arcana cards. See, it's not all breaking down. It felt like it was, but it's not. It's new beginnings, regaining your faith, regaining your hope. So a very calm shift, and you're going to have to figure out, or you're going to be trying to figure out if it's something you can really believe in or not. You want to, but can you? Now, on the love front, in terms of people, okay, you could have a fire sign in your midst. You could have a water sign in your midst. Definitely. Someone could be watching you if we want to go down that road with this Page of Swords. But I'm not picking up a spying, unhappy situation here. Initially, yes. But I think this is more about your choices, your thought processes, your actions with respect to everything else that's going on around you. Okay? All right, we're going to get into the extended. We're going to pull an oracle card, and then we will go from here. I love you so much, Cancers. This is going to be a really good transformative month that's not going to be very turbulent. Right? The transformation that's going to be occurring, you may actually feel and reap those benefits later on once more time passes. So roll with it, maintain a positive attitude, and this is saying you are. And what felt like it was going to be breaking down at one point is certainly not. So I love this reading for you. Okay, Cancers. Bye for now. I love you. Bye. The extended link is below.